Hi, I'm going to be discussing John Dewey. I chose John Dewey as my philosopher for my philosopher analysis assignment. John Dewey was a very influential philosopher during his time. He was one of the founding philosophers of the progressive movement. To begin today, I'm going to tell you a little background history of John Dewey to help build the understanding of his philosophy. John Dewey was born in 1859 in Vermont. He came from a middle-class family. His mother stayed at home with the children. His father was a grocer. His father ended up volunteering for the war. When his father volunteered for the war, his mother picked up the whole family and moved to Virginia, where his father was serving in the Civil War. Because of this move, John Dewey did not start school until the age of 8. Most children his age started at the age of 5, so he was already behind in school. And during this time, the school district system in the schools where he was attending was very poorly funded. The community in that area where they were living decided to do away with that school district system, and what that brought about was better funding, better buildings, and more qualified teachers. So because of them doing away with the school district system, John Dewey was able to excel through school and finish sooner than other children his age. When John Dewey finished school, he went straight to college to the University of Vermont. That is where he first got an interest for philosophy. Once graduating, John Dewey went into the public schools as a teacher. He taught in public schools in Pennsylvania and Vermont. John Dewey developed his philosophy based on his experience in the classroom in these public schools. John Dewey knew that the methods that these teachers were using, the schools that he was working in, these were not what our students needed. So John Dewey took that information that he gathered while he was a public school teacher and used that to open the laboratory school. The laboratory school that John Dewey opened was based on a curriculum with inquiry-based real-life experiences. John Dewey was all about the students' needs and student-centered learning. He wanted to relate learning to the students, make it fun, but keep that seriousness within the learning. John Dewey fully believed that if you make learning fun and relevant for students, that you're not going to have behavioral problems. Students are going to be more willing to work, and it's going to keep them engaged. So John Dewey developed his student-centered philosophy based on his experiences in the public school system that he went into as a student first and then as a teacher. So he knew when he developed his philosophy that he did not want the children that he was going to be teaching to have to go through the same situations that he went through with memorization, teacher-led instruction. So he developed student-centered learning, focusing on students' needs, giving students what they need to be successful. So, and you see progressivism in classrooms every day in today's world. That is one of the big goals as a teacher, is to have a student-centered classroom. That's my goal. I want to focus on my students' needs. So I'm thankful for John Dewey for developing this philosophy to give us what we need to make our students successful.